Hello everyone. Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Hello Chintya, Nithila, Ishan, Arnav, Ruvantika. Welcome.
Yes, sir.
So
Good
I'm trying
evening,
to
sir.
switch over my camera, but looks like no some problem.
Good evening, sir.
Very good evening, Ruvantika. So tell me, how are you guys? And are you playing chess a lot with each other? And how? Tell me, how was last week? We didn't have class, so it's a week. Tell me, how much chess you're playing? No one is playing.
Sir, I'm playing 6 games, sir.
Very good. 6 game, Ruvantika. Okay. Okay. And Nithila?
I'm playing with Ratika.
Okay, good. So guys, today is our 10th session, I guess, yes. So in our 9th session, we have covered a lot in terms of right from basic of the chess to the board arrangement, to the pieces, to the valid and invalid moves. And then last 3-4 sessions, we talked a lot about strategies and tactics. Now, obviously, from now onwards for next few sessions, we are going to discuss about important openings. Now, before we come to openings, what I want to understand is, because last 3-4 sessions were very important, most important session which we did, tactics and strategies. Is all the tactics are on your fingertips or not? Without looking at anywhere, do you know from back of your mind top 5 tactics or which you want to? Because you should know all those tactics in your mind. Oh, I can do this, I can do this, I can do this. So tell me, who want to tell me? Just tell me 3, 4, 5 tactics. Just a name and what you do. What's the objective? Who want to tell me some tactics? We've done a lot of tactics, 24 tactics, right? 22, 24 tactics. Tell me which are the most popular or very, very, you can say, important tactics. Everybody tell me two tactics. Okay. Then Achinta tell me one. Without looking at notes, please. Okay. Yes, Achinta.
Stalemate.
Stalemate. Very nice. When do you do stalemate?
When
When
you
you are
force,
losing. Correct?
when you're losing and you force an opponent to make a move which results in a draw.
Correct. So instead of losing, you can say, okay, let's try for a draw. You put a situation such that your king has no valid move to move without being checked. You try for stalemate. Okay, Kachintia, good. Tell me, Nithila, anyone?
Fork.
Yes, Ruvantika, want to say first? Tell me, Ruvantika, any one tactic.
Fork, sir.
Fork. What does fork means? You're right. What does fork means?
A coin targeting 2 or more pieces.
Yeah, your piece or your material is targeting at a time more than one. Can be 2, it can be 3, but 2 is more popular. So fork, very important. Tell me, Nithila, any other strategy? Tactics.
Can I tell one?
No, let first everybody say one each. Tell me, Nithila, one more. Tell me, Nithila, one.
Pin.
Nithila, any one tactic you remember? One
Pin. Okay.
pin. What is a pin actually, Nithila?
When most valuable pieces. No.
You lock an opponent's valuable piece, correct? You locks it so that piece can't move. Or if move, it has to lose either a big piece or the game. Right, Nithila?
Yeah.
Tell me, Ishan, any one tactic, please. Ishan, are you there? Arnav, tell me any one tactic without looking at your notes. We talked about 20 plus tactics. Arnav and Ishan, both one by one. Unmute. Are you there?
Sir, I didn't hear. I had a connectivity issue.
So, Ishan, I am asking you, tell any one tactic.
Yes.
Pin, fork, and stalemate already said. So, tell me anything apart from that.
Pin and stalemate. And
Fork.
what?
These 3 are done. Fork, pin, and stalemate. Any other tactic?
Yeah. This what do you call this check?
Okay. Check is not
Discovered
a tactic.
attack. Yeah.
Discovered attack. What is discovered attack?
It is a hidden attack.
It's a hidden attack. When you move certain piece, then you say, oh, that will be good. Tell me now, Arnav, any one tactic, please. We have learned so much technique and you have to use it, guys. Arnav, are you there? So till that Arnav comes.
Yes, sir.
Yes, Arnav. Tell me any tactic, please. Any one tactic.
I forgot the word, but it is the opposite of a pin.
What is opposite of pin?
I forgot the word, sir.
Anybody else? Deflection? Decoy? There are so many different names we talked about. Ruvantika, tell me another tactic. You wanted to say second one. Everybody ready with the second tactic, please? Tactics are very important. Ruvantika, you want to say something, right?
Sir, can I tell the second tactic?
Yes, please.
Screw.
Skew. What that mean?
Opposite of pin.
Opposite of pin is skew. Good. So point is, in the pin you are putting. So what is the difference? Tell me, Shannon, between both. Ishan, unmute and tell difference between pin and skew.
Pin is the means the less valuable piece is in front of the more valuable piece.
Correct.
And screw, the more valuable piece is in front of the less valuable piece.
Very nice. That is what I was saying. Good. What other tactics somebody want to tell me? Any want to tell me?
Windmill.
Yes, Ruvantika, then Nithila, then Achintya. Tell me, Ruvantika.
Sir, windmill.
Windmill. Windmill is what?
Repeater check.
Yes. Tell me, Nithila. Next. No idea? Forgot?
Yeah, I was thinking about windmill.
Alright, there are many more. Okay. Achintya, tell me.
Discover attack.
Discover attack. He said. Ishan said discover attack, right? What else? Decoy was there. There are many more. How many tactics we learned? You are noting down all this or not, guys?
Yes,
Because
sir.
see, videos are there, but you will forget, I know. So better to have one notebook, simple one page where you write the name of the tactic and one or two words. What is it about? Correct? So guys, please go through because all these are required to use in your games. So today we are going to talk about openings. You know, the overall chess game is divided into 3 parts. Correct? You know that? Overall chess game is divided into 3 parts. Overall chess game is divided into overall 3 parts or 3 you can say. First is openings.
Opening, middle game, and this end game.
Middle game and end. Everybody know which is the most critical or obviously no everything is important, but
End games.
end games, okay.
Because very less pieces are there in end games.
Okay. But if your opening is not correct, then whatever you try in middle game or end game, you can't control, you can't cover up, right? End games are very important, but the most important thing is the openings. If you open very weak, if you lose some pieces, or if you have a weak position on the board, then middle game and end game become very different, right? So next few sessions we are going to talk about openings. Now openings are generally first 10 moves around, first 5 to 10 moves depending on which opening we are doing, but first from one perspective I'm saying, first 10 moves are openings. It's not, there is no rule actually. When you set a position, one predefined position, there's an opening. End games are last 10 moves, last 10 to 12 moves, right? And middle game, in middle 20, 30 moves, 40 moves, depending on how big is the game, correct? So openings, middle game and end games. So we are going to cover some of the popular openings, but again, when I say we are going to cover openings, popular openings, it's not that you have to mug up the positions, right? The idea is to understand why certain opening And it will take time. You may learn today, but you have to practice playing with somebody, then see what is happening. And if other player is a strong player or a weak player, or other player is a nose opening or not. But the idea of opening is what, guys? The idea of opening is to understand the objective of the opening, correct? Not to mug up the moves. So before you go, tell me how many openings you know before I categorize them in different things. How many openings you know? Tell me, Achintya, tell me, Ishan, everyone tell me 1, 1, 2, 2.
Queen's Gambit.
Queen's Gambit. So somebody saying Queen's Gambit, okay. What else?
King's Gambit, Reti opening,
King's Gambit.
then
Reti opening.
Scandinavian defense.
Okay. But tell me, before we go to this, what does Gambit means actually, guys?
Gambit means a piece that is given.
Given, but then why it's Gambit? Then it's a loss. So Gambit word itself say, I'm luring you with some piece. I'm losing the piece, but I'm trapping you, correct? That is the meaning of Gambit, right, Ishan?
Oh.
We call it Gambit because I say, okay, I lose a piece, take it, but you are in trap now. That's the point. The objective Gambit is that. Got it? Ishan? Achintya? So I am back. Looks like there was a internet. Am I audible to all of you?
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
So I was talking about openings. Some of you said some names, and I was talking about Gambit. Why it's called Gambit? Hope you heard why it's called Gambit. What is the meaning of Gambit? Ishan, you were talking about that. I don't know whether I got disconnected by that or what.
No, you said the Gambit thing.
So Gambit is, tell me what is that Gambit? What is Gambit?
You give a piece and
The idea of
it
Gambit
is
is, you try to
for
attack
your advantage and trap.
for your advantage. Correct. That's what a Gambit is. Otherwise, it's a loss. So you're not losing piece. You are just giving a piece for this. So somebody said Queen's Gambit, King's Gambit, Reti opening. What other openings you know? Nithila, Rubatika, Arnav.
King's Indian Defense.
King's Indian Defense. Okay. What else?
And a Scandinavian defense.
Scandinavian Defense. Okay. What else? There are. Can you believe there are hundreds of openings?
Yeah, there are more because we
Hundreds
can
of
pay any
openings.
pawn.
Yeah. So what we'll do is we'll obviously not discuss all the openings and ideas about. So we'll categorize all the openings based on king side or queen side or what. Okay. So we can say either we can say E4 openings. There are a lot of openings on E4 type. E4 openings. We can say D4 openings. We can say flank openings. We can say knight openings. So first you differentiate what is difference. What is the meaning of E4 opening and D4 opening? What is E4 opening? Tell me, what do you mean by E4 opening?
A pawn started on e4, so it just goes on e4 for the first time.
Yes. Welcome, Divakarji. We are discussing the openings, meaning and all. So
Good
guys,
evening, sir. Thank you.
good evening. So guys, we will talk about E4 opening means all the openings which started E4 as the first move. This is also like king side opening, right? King is on the E square, right?
Yes.
There are a lot of openings. Guys, for centuries, it was always E4 opening which were, you can say, more popular initially. First period. So all the openings started with E4 or the king side pawn. It is called E4 opening. Like Rui Lopez, we'll talk about. Like Italian opening, like Scotch opening. Those are E4 openings. Then there's a D4 openings. Then there's a view came, oh, E4 is okay, but what is E4 the opening is the only good openings? No. So then a lot of people start playing D4 openings, queen side opening, queen openings. Queen, you also call it queen pawn opening. Okay. So E4 opening, it's suggested by the pawn, which pawn you are moving first, E4 or D4. Then, what is flank openings? What is flank means, guys? What do you mean by flank openings? No idea? Let me
Sir,
check.
there is London system, I think.
That is, I'm going to talk about, I'm going to tell you names, but what I'm trying to say, what do you mean by flank opening? What do you mean by flank opening means? That's what I'm trying to say. So I'll tell you. Let me share this. What you are saying, guys. So let's say this is the chessboard. You are able to see my screen. Today I'm going to use the leeches. Okay. Divakar, you're asking me about leeches, right? So leeches, I'll tell you in the end if you want how to play one. There are so many. So this is the standard board. So guys, if I move this E pawn first to E4, those are all called E4 openings. So there are many more variations. If we start move D4, it is called D4 opening. But these are the left flank. A, B, C are the left flank, or A, B are the left flank. And F, G, H or G, H are my right flank. So flank openings are, because I have seen many of my games with all of you, you start with the flank openings. Like somebody started with C3, somebody started with B3, somebody also started with G3, H3. Those are not very popular, but some people do. So flank openings are either the left side or the right side, like the A or B or G or H mostly. Got it? The flank openings. We are taking about E4 openings, D4 openings, or flank openings. You're starting with not E4, D4, but the any other pawn, like pawn from A2 or B2 or C2 or G2, H2 like this.
Yes,
Got it? And lastly, knight openings, as like Reti opening, right? So knight opening. No, every opening has advantage, disadvantage. Like knight opening, Reti opening is a very defensive game. Very, very boring, very defensive. A lot of people do that. The most popular or the advanced, not advanced, the most ancient kind of opening is E4. So today we are going to talk in detail about E4, one of the very, very ancient opening. So tell me how many of you have read, not read, how many of you have learned or heard about this name? There are two names for this. I'll tell you the name. How many of you have heard this name? How many tell me? Ruy Lopez.
Ruy Lopez. This is
Very, 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 very ancient. One of the most ancient openings, Ruy Lopez.
that was
Or we also call it
Spanish.
So today we're going to talk about this in law. So Italian is different, Ishan. Ruy Lopez, Spanish. So in the 1500s, 1530s, this guy called Ruy Lopez, he wrote in his book those opening moves, and that become very popular. And that is become most of the openings are named after the person or the place, like London system, like Vienna opening, like there are so many. So depending on the either positions or places or the people. Sicilian defense, yes. So Ruy Lopez. So today we are going to talk on deep about Ruy Lopez. It's a E4 type opening. Good stable opening. It's good for beginners, guys. It's good for beginners. Okay. Ruy Lopez Spanish. So it can be closed Spanish. It can be open Spanish. And in that we also will talk about Berlin defense. Guys, this is all related. One of the most popular defense by Black is Berlin defense. We're going to talk about closed Spanish, open Spanish, Berlin defense. Okay. No, it's not that you have to memorize these moves, but good to know what are standard moves. You can't predict what Black will move, but I'll tell you what will the better move for Black. If you understanding this, you can do a lot of strong opening. Okay. Let's start, and we are going to use our analysis board to do this. So how Ruy Lopez starts it? You can also read what leeches tell me in the left side. But I'm not going to speak about that. You can read. I'll give you enough time. We'll do very slow. So Roy opening, guys, starts from, you start with E4. First move is E4. So obviously it's called king's pawn because I said E side, right? First move is E4. And suppose if black, see black plays, suppose C5, that is different. That becomes C and all. If black plays D something, it becomes Vienna or something. We're not talking about. We are going to talk about today's Ruy Lopez. Black responds with E5. So first of all, tell me why. Everybody tell me why white start with E4. What are the advantages? Before we talk about black,
It captures the center.
it captures the center. What else?
Queen and bishop movements immediately become active.
Queen can become open. Your bishop can become open. So that's why this is the correct. Everybody, tell me, Ishan. Tell me, Ruvantika, Somia. Welcome today. I think first time. So tell me, E4 is okay. Why black has responded with E5?
Because it will be a defensive game.
So it also okay. You say if it's saying that white is saying okay, I want to capture the center. Black say okay, I also. You are capturing 1 square, 2 square. I also capturing remaining 2. So when white is saying I am controlling this and this, black say I am controlling this and this. Correct? As simple as that. White say I am opening up this and this. Black say I am also opening this and this. So as of now, I am equal to you. Correct?
This
Everybody
is
agree?
equal.
Correct? Now, Ruy Lopez second move is knight to NF3. Tell me why.
To attack the
defend-
center.
What
And
is
to
the
attack-
move on NF3?
Knight to F3.
Rank opening. No, but opening is already done. Sorry.
So why? What is the main reason for doing NF3?
To capture
To
the
capture the black
E5
pawn.
pawn.
The main reason is
To
to put a pressure on this. Correct? The main
Yes.
move is to put a pressure. Yeah, in future, if you remove this, there is a chance to castle. That is secondary. But initially, to put a pressure on black E pawn. Correct? Now, if black responds with NC6, first of all, why black is doing NC6? What is the objective? Black say you are putting pressure on this, I'll defend this. Naturally, right? So till now we can't say which opening is still this. It's a king opening, king pause, but it's not Ruy Lopez yet. So E4, E5, NF3, NC6. But the moment white put this bishop to this, it is known as Ruy Lopez. So Ruy Lopez, the person from Spain, he has suggested his book, this move, B5, that becomes that Ruy Lopez opening. Now please tell me, with this BB5 move, what are the different things going in white's mind? We'll discuss a lot.
To attack the knight.
First of all, to attack the knight.
And
To
then
attack the knight and the
if
black
it
pawn.
captures the knight, it can capture the E5 pawn.
The hidden agenda is, so what it's saying is, it's saying to black, you came to defend this. If I capture this, you may capture me back, but who will support this? Correct? The point. So it's indirectly, yeah, one is, I'm not saying it's pinning because this, yeah, if this pawn is not there, then it's a pin, correct? Everybody agree? If this pawn is not there, then you can say pin, but this pawn is there. So as of now, you can't say pin. But the main reason for doing Ruy Lopez is, it says, I'm attacking your knight. If you move knight from here, this is hanging pawn. Agree, everybody? So the main objective of Ruy Lopez is little bit of aggressive, correct? It's not a defensive move. Is it a defensive move? It's not a defensive move, right, everybody? It is little bit of aggressive. Now, black has so many different ways of responding. So many different ways. We're going to talk few of them. Can you suggest what are different moves black can do, which will be okay, not very bad? Anyone tell me, what are the different moves black can do? Actually, what are the better moves? But first you said, so white has moved to BB5. Can you tell me 2 or 3 or 4 moves, guys? I'll tell you which are the good moves, which are 3 or 4 good moves.
So black can bring this pawn, the pawn in this A7, A7 to what point?
A7 to A6 or A5, where?
A6.
A6. What is the objective?
To control the bishop so
To
that
scare the
it will
bishop,
lose the
correct?
tempo. Yeah.
Okay. What else, guys? Guys, I want you to tell me.
The most popular move is D6
D6. Why?
because it supports the pawn and if we capture the knight, we can capture with this B7 pawn and indirectly it is means the E5 pawn is supported.
Okay. So, guys, I'll tell you. If somebody make D6, it's a very bad move. Very dangerous move for black. So people should not do D6. Ishan, that's a big mistake. It's prompting. You know, the moment you are saying, I'm opening the pin. Correct?
Then
You are defending this. I am okay. I understand. The moment you put this, you are saying, I'm not saying it's very worst. You can, if you play very good, you can cover. D6 is okay. D5 is bad. D6 still is okay, Ishan. But if somebody put D5, then D5 is bad or good?
So then we can bring F7.
So one popular move is, as Divakarji said, it is A6. Second move, Ishan said D6. I'm not saying very bad move, but D5 is very bad. D6 people do. It's a good move, but you have to be very careful about other things. What other move?
So F7.
F7. F7. Okay. The moment you do F7, it's not bad. You are opening up the king. It's not a very popular move.
Bishop to D6 then?
Bishop to D6. Okay. So I'll tell you, there are 2 or 3 very popular moves. Okay. So this is the rule of everybody should the starting position rule Lopez, guys. So you should see, I'll tell you, once you learn 4 or 5 openings, then you should always say, oh, I am doing Re Lopez, or I am doing Vienna, or I am doing Italian, or I am doing Sicilian Alapin. You should have your favorite. Like my favorite opening is Sicilian Alapin. That is my favorite opening. So everybody, after playing so many games, you should have your own favorite openings for black and white. Okay. So you should remember what kind of positions. Now let's talk about, suppose the most popular move is either A6. I'll tell you, there are 2 moves which are very popular, which you can write down. One is A6. Second is NF6. We'll talk about NF6 later, but one move in NF6 is very popular. Correct? Let's first talk about A6. So now, tell me now, as Divakarji already said, this is A6. What is the objective of A6, Achintya?
To control the bishop.
The idea of A6 is, black is saying, don't sit on my head, either capture it or go away, correct? As simple as that, right? Nobody likes it.
Yes, sir.
Let's take a decision. So he's scaring. He's saying, okay, go away or do something. Now, so this A6 is a very good move, guys. So they are see, it's not like if somebody asks me, sir, what are the moves to win the game? This is nothing, right? It depends on how you play the remaining moves and how opponent plays, right? So there is the one sure shot, but there are theories. So black moved A6 to scare him or challenge him. Now tell me, guys, what white should do? There are 2 or 3 good moves. There are 3 or 4 bad moves. Tell me what are the good moves first. Anybody? Anna, Avantika, Somya. What are good moves?
Is it NB3?
Knight to
NC3.
B.
NC3.
Knight to C3. Very bad move. You know why, Cynthia? If you move knight to here, means you are saying, okay, take my bishop without doing anything. God, guys, the first mistake. I've seen a lot of people have done it. See, the moment somebody does this, either you have to save this or attack this, right? If you ignore this, there are 3 reasons. Either attack, defend, or ignore. Achintya, you said ignore. Ignore is not a good thing. Because it's a danger for you, right?
Yes, sir.
What else? And good Achintya, you're talking because we have to decide what are good or bad moves. So Achintya, that is one point. Now tell me who else. What move we can do? Black has said, I am attacking your bishop. What can be good moves? Tell me two moves at least. So ignoring bishop there and doing something irrelative is not a good move at a moment. What else? No idea?
Sir, we can bring this F, but okay, that is the same thing.
So there are two things people do. One, these people capture this knight. Suppose somebody captures, I am not capturing because there is a better move than that, but suppose somebody captures from the bishop the knight. What is advantage? What is disadvantage?
Advantage, you get the knight, and then disadvantage, the pawn can kill you.
Advantage is that you capture the knight and you are making black as double pawns. Remember, double pawn is bad. So the moment you capture, black will capture either from this or this, right?
Yes.
In either way, black has a double pawn. But still, it's not a good move. It's not a bad move, but it's not very good move also. It's okay. I have done a lot of time and I have won the games. Okay, depending on how your opponent is there. So one of the popular moves is people capture it to make it double pawn. And the advantage, you know what? You capture this, I'll tell you. You capture this, somebody captured this, you say I'll capture this. You got the pawn. Agree? So for a moment you got the advantage. Let me get back now. That is one popular move. What is the other move? So Divakar said A6, then I said we will capture the knight, which is not a bad move. Okay move. You can say 60% if you're confident I have. Okay. Other move is there is nothing wrong in losing tempo and come here. You are still threatening knight or not? Agree?
Yes.
You are still threatening knight. You are still saying I am attack this. If you take this. Now this is one way of doing this. Is everybody understood till now?
Now, sir, in this case,
Yes.
actually, we should come to A4 or we should come to D. It was D3, because here actually what will happen?
The better is coming here. I'll tell you why. Because you know, Rui Lopez is one of the opening where computer has analyzed every possible combination. So better is this. So you might say, should we come here or should we come here or should we come here? If you come here, you are blocking your own pawn.
Yeah, that is blocked. But here actually,
if you come here, unnecessarily you are again blocking.
Yeah, we are blocking. In both.
Either you can come here or here. Either you can come on C4, but again C4 also is not very good move. Come to A4. Because you are still objective. What was the objective of moving to this? Attacking the knight. If you come here, you are not attacking the knight, correct?
But
so
if the opponent plays the B,
I am coming to that.
B pawn, yeah.
That is the very interesting. So see, losing tempo is a theory. But if suppose black say, okay, I'll do this, it's a very good move from black. But you are not losing, you still come here. And that is the all big player GMs play like this. Can you believe this, Divakarji?
Okay.
The player at the GM level play like this. This is weekend, right? See, the problem with the pawn is the problem with the pawn is you can't take it back.
Yes.
So there is nothing wrong here still. So this is a very strong move. The bad move was to capture the knight. The bad move was to ignore the bishop, let it be. Good moves are either, let me go here. When somebody does this, simply go back. Sorry, no, this is a bad move. When somebody does this, just come here. That's the better. Now, most probably, okay, now I said if you said Divakari said if black moves this to here, we'll take it back. But in this case, can you tell me what is a better move for black? What is a better move for black? It is not this pawn to here. No. Your objective is not to move like this. See, remember you develop, right? The best move, will you be guys, the best move for black has to be this. Why? Can you tell me why?
No, center is also in control.
Center is out of control.
And king can also be protected.
You're also taking this.
Yes.
In future, you are planning for your castling also.
Yeah.
You do development without losing 10 points. There is nothing wrong here, right? So guys, don't move this pawn here. Move this. This is one of the best moves to do in this situation. Okay. So now, because we are going to do one opening a little more deep. Okay. So what is the next best move for white? Can anybody guess? The simplest and best move for white is castle. So you might be saying, sir, if I castle, black will capture this, right or not? But still I said you do the castling. Now tell me why. And this is a trap. White is telling, I am doing the castling, you take my pawn, I don't know you, means I forgot to say you to take my pawn. Black might think, if black is playing hop chess, or black will think, oh, white forgot, let me capture his. Black will do this, it's bad move. You know why? White will say, I pinned your knight. You will save knight or you will save pawn. Agree? And this is just a theories, guys. See, if you do a lot of mistakes, then not done. What I have to say is theory. So, that is why if white has done the best move is white to castling. What should black do now? Let's say black has done this. What will white do? White can also do one more thing. You know what? You might not agree. The better move is this. But tell me why this is the better move. What is Lopez doing here?
It can capture the pawn as well as the bishop is already carrying the knight.
So this is what Lopez. So it's again do this. If black does this, see what happens. If black take this, what will white do?
It'll capture using the knight.
You can
Knight is under danger. Knight is under danger.
This is correct.
But the knight
this
can also, black knight can also capture the white knight.
But you know what? The moment black said this,
Just going
what
on.
happens now?
Ooh,
Who is in better position now?
white.
Too much white. Too much better. First of all, the moment white puts this here, see, these both are opening. See, okay, black, there is no one except this. This is a hanging piece. There is no one is developed. No one is attacking. He directly attacking. And if the moment white does this, black will definitely lose. See this? Initially it took. See what white has done. Okay, take my 2 pawns. But see what happened now.
I gave a lollipop.
It's going to lollipop. See, if queen is directly here, bishop is trading here, he is struggling. The moment definitely white will move now rook to here. Correct? Very bad. Lopez is strong opening. Got everybody idea about Lopez? Let's see some more variation. Let me make it this. What if? These are Lopez, guys, this is a Lopez position, right? Suppose you are say black does not do a6, then the best move for black is this. Either black should do a6 or black should do nf6. These are the only two better moves. Got everybody? So the moment black does nf6, listen guys, now the important term. If black is doing directly nf6, white should still do this. You know the again reason? White is making his fort proper. Again opening this. If black does this, white again do this. Correct? No problem. Why? See, getting rook on e1 is the one of the most important thing for white. Correct? So black has done this, white has done the castling. What will black do now? The most popular thing. Black will say, I will still go ahead and do this. Now I'm telling from the black perspective. If white does d4, it's carrying this. Yes, if white does d4, you know what black should do? Can you guess? I told you this is a very good position of white. There is only one way where black can do a very nice move. White should say, I will move this to here. And that is known as Berlin defense. Guys, this is what Berlin defense is. So tell me why black has moved this.
So that it can scare the bishop.
Okay. It can scare the bishop. See guys, this position is known as Berlin defense when you do ND6. So don't think that I have put my this here, I cannot go back. Because now what you're doing is you are scaring this. Agree everybody? Now obviously this time what is the better move for white? Now only in this position the better move for white is to take it. Because no giving is not because there is no because your knight is not doing this, you can capture this. Because finally you have to get back, right? What will black do now? Which pawn is better to take? Black will definitely capture the bishop, right? With which one?
So B7 only.
B7 or D7?
So D7 will open for the means a line will be open.
Yes.
But yes,
But yes, generally we should not do center pawn. But in this case, if you do with this, you have a support for this. You kill no pawn. That is one thing. And more important reason is the moment this is a better move because it opens you this. So again, I am not saying this is the bad, but this is a better one. Because you get a support from this, and you go your bishop can also pin this, right? Because most probably white will take this. Agree?
yes.
So then this is a direct attack. So you have to think about it. So better move is you do D. So as usual, is everybody getting what is the Berlin defense of getting it? Tell me guys.
Is bringing this.
Correct?
Yeah.
Now it has to go. What will happen now? It will be better move now.
We can bring it here on also.
Because you have to move this or not. Definitely.
Yes.
The better move is you can go front also, you can go, but this is still better. Even this is done, but you are not losing a piece as of now. I know this is kept. But this is how we are moving toward Berlin defense kind of. Let me tell from the starting now the better position of Berlin defense. Okay, but you understood why rule Lopez also turned into Berlin defense if you are black. It's an advantage for black. Understood, guys? So let me start with. So how rule Lopez started? E4, E5, NF3, and C6. The moment you do this, it's a rule Lopez. So a lot of people, what they do is, if they don't, because rule Lopez is little better for white to start with. A lot of people, they don't move this first. They start moving this something. They avoid. Now after this, as I said, white has either black has A6 or NF6 are the better move. Is everyone okay about what is rule Lopez? Because our objective is to learn what are the different openings. Rule Lopez is this. First 5-6 moves are very critical, right? First 5-6 moves are very critical because I have seen new people when you start playing, right? That some random moves. Somebody starting with B, somebody starting with C, somebody starting with G. So that's not good. Make some standard openings. Okay. Any question on Rui Lopez opening? Good idea, at least better idea what Rui Lopez does. Let's do one more opening today, which is called Italian opening. Let me get this. Let me get another analysis board now. Let's talk about Italian opening. Italian opening also we'll talk about in next 5-10 minutes. Italian opening. The name itself says, obviously it's from one of the Italian. And where is my, okay. The way it starts is same. Where is this? The way it starts is same. You start with E4. Suppose black respond with E5. See the similarity and then differences. And again, even if this NF3, till now it's same, right, guys? And it does NC6. Till now everything is same or not? Now, if black is not moving to this, black is moving to BC4, then you become Italian opening. What is the reason of doing Italian opening? What is the main reason? Anybody can tell me? What is the main objective to Italian opening? Any one of you? For new players, guys. For new players, you know, we can do very fast some mates. Remember? Italian opening, you're directly see which out of all the 8 pawns of black, which is the weakest pawn? Which pawn is known as the weakest pawn for black to start with the game? Any idea?
So the pawn in front of that knight.
This one.
Okay.
F6 pawn is known as F7 pawn is known as the weakest pawn. So you're attacking this, right?
Yes.
Your knight is here.
Yes.
If you bring your knight somewhere here or somewhere here, after some move, you are attacking this bishop, this pawn with this also and this also, right? If your knight becomes here, suppose, or suppose your knight comes here, I'm just putting some moves where queen cannot, or even cube capture, you put something first. Suppose you move this first, support, and then you put this knight here. You are attacking this pawn with bishop and knight. Can you imagine what it can happen? It will direct mate, right? This is the weakest pawn black has, right? In this opening, this is the problem. If suppose, I'll give you an example. Suppose black has moved this, attacking this. No, black is not aware of what black is want to do. So black, suppose, say run this, just to open this up, okay, for a moment. Okay, then suppose white has done this. It's not a good move, but suppose this. Agree? Again, suppose some move I'm saying. It's not a good move. I'm just saying, suppose say somebody run this. Now, so this is still a good move for black to avoid. But I think suppose this situation where, say, black is moved against something. So very bad move again. But now suppose white put here. You want to see what is happening now? What is happening, guys? You can't capture this because queen be done. You are directly attacking this. If white is unaware, it will be met or not. The moment this, suppose white is still not looking at it, what black will do? So tell me what can do, what white can do? Nothing. Agree it's a mat? 4 moves, 5 moves, wait, right? So one of the way like how bad somebody can play. But see the Italian move, can you get met in very few fast moves or not? So let's go to the standard moves now. Italian goes like this: E4, E5, NF3, and C6. And then you do the BC4. Now what can be the better response for black? One of the very popular move is copycat. Black say I'll copy you. Can you see that? It's called copycat. So as of now, there is no danger, but both are opening there, and white is attacking this, black is attacking this. So black also is a weak square, right? F2, correct? Now, what can be a better move for white? There are many. Any idea?
And bring these pawns,
Yes.
like left hand side pawns, B2, B4.
Good moves are you can move C3, you can move D3. You move D3, you are supporting this. You're opening. See, this is a good move. You're opening this, you're supporting this. Though you are weakening this. Correct? There is always a positive negative, but one of the very interesting move or very common move is this. You know why? You are just opening the queen. You're trying to open the queen and directly attack little later on this. So this is what is known as Italian. The moment you do BC4, this move, this, and the moment you do BC4, it becomes Italian.
Italian.
You just have to, guys, the idea here is you should get all introduced to what is Ruy Lopez, what is Italian, what is Magic. Obviously, depending on your next 2 or 3 moves, Italian also will have 3 or 4 different variations. Ruy Lopez also will have 3 or 4 different variations. That is different. But better move, because you know what happens initially? If you don't know the moves, people start playing randomly. I have seen that. People start with opening with A and B. Can you believe a lot of people open with B and A, which is very bad if you don't know the whole theory. Got it? Let me put some moves which people have played. Let me tell you one of some few standard games. E4, E5, NF3, BC4, BC5, C3. Actually, good moves. So somebody put BC4. Not this. Sorry. BC4. I said BC5. Correct. Then very strong move C3. I'm telling you some standard moves. Then open your knight. 9 F. You are controlling. See now, if at this position both are equal, right? Tell me, anybody any special weaknesses compared to that? No, right? Can you see, guys? Both has option to castle. Both have bishop opening. Can you see how balanced opening this is? I'm telling from both black and white perspective, right? So to look from black perspective also, right, Nitila? Divagaji? See how balanced it is now. You can't say anybody is any major advantage for a moment. Agree? And now comes the very, very interesting move. D4. And it breaks up everything. It really makes black, oh, what you will do now? Will you capture? Will you what? D4. Ideally, black should capture. See, nothing, because if he captures, this has to be scared, right? If so white captures. But if don't capture, then white has to remove this. See, the moment D4 is very strong move. Why? Because either he has to remove the bishop. If you remove the bishop, this will go. Yeah, you can capture back. But so best thing is capture. What should white do now? Capture with this or capture with this? Or capture
So with
three
pawn,
options.
with pawn,
Pawn. Because
ultimately it will
you
go.
are again taking this, right?
Yeah.
Right. Now what should bishop do or what should black do?
So ideally black should lose the tempo because ultimately it will be
Yeah,
a,
but you are right. But what black will say, sir, I am more smart. See?
yeah, we can give a
I
check.
defended and I have also not lost the temper but attacked you. The change is always like. So what should black do? What should white do now?
So it should bring the knight here.
You can break this also. When you break this, you are blocking this, right?
Yeah.
You can break knight. So which is better position? NC3 or ND2? NC3 or NC2?
So NC3.
Why? You are right. Why?
Because it is not blocking the path. And
It is
it
not
is
blocking
also
the
guarding
queen and also it's guarding this. Yes, that's why I think every move you have to think little bit more, right?
it is getting guarded also by B2.
Right.
It is being guarded by B2 and it is guarding E4.
Exactly. Worst case, what will happen? You will capture, you have no double pawn. That's fine. You are not bad. In fact, you can say, if I put my pawn here, I have a permanent defense for my king, right?
Yeah.
So there is nothing more to lose. What will black do now? I tell you, this is the standard moves people play. Can you believe, Divakar ji? Even I, lot of player, first 10 moves, 20 moves, 20 moves, first 10 moves each are predefined. You won't believe it's happened like that. First 10 moves are predefined. This is what people do first 10 moves in just 5 minutes or 2 minutes or 3 minutes. It is such a standard game. What should black do now?
It should take bishop back.
It should take.
But bishop is not in danger practically. So even it can remain here. Yeah. Whether it should. It can capture your arrows there on E1, 2, 3, E3, 4, E4. It can.
You are right. Why?
It is safe. It is safe, properly safe here.
Because he can't move this.
Yeah.
See the guys, he can say, okay, I have taken it. And I am attacking you both now. It's a good move for black. What should white do? White is a problem little bit, right?
Now, this NC3 is an example of pinning.
Yes, example of pinning. They also double attacking this. What should knight do, Nithila? White do?
Can the bishop can move to D5?
It go to D5.
That's one.
No. The problem is this is attacked by two pieces, defended by only one. But in my opinion, white say, okay, forget it, I'll do Casely. You may say, what, sir? But white is seeing this opportunity. Correct? Agree?
Yeah. Yeah.
So it's not a bad move. Though it looks like danger, but not a bad move. Bishop say, okay. Oh, white, black say, okay, I'll take it. Now what will white do now?
The pawn would capture the.
Obviously, I have to capture, right?
Yeah.
What will black do?
Capture it using the bishop.
Obviously, there is no danger as of now. Now what white will do?
It should bring the elephant rook in front of king.
It can do this. What else? This week anyway can break. But this is looking at your fraud. Ideally, white should move this here. Can you tell me why? What is the reason?
Okay, now it can kill this.
Okay, anything else?
No, but even if it can go 2 steps back. Here, if it will go,
No. What will black do this time? Black
It's
will try to save this.
yes,
It's not Divakarji, right? See
Yeah.
here now. See here now. You'll say, oh, what? See what white is doing.
okay, this way
See,
there.
see danger, right?
Yeah,
Black will think about this. See about what here, right?
hidden attack, you can say.
Wow, that's the point.
Yeah, it can bring that bishop there.
You move bishop wherever. What white will do is white
will take the bishop
capture
there.
this. There's a problem. There's a big problem for black. You know what it should do? What your ideally black should move this to here.
It should block its path.
See how game goes. We can't think of because see, it's like you say block the path and attacking. Now, if white take this, at least it's not as bad, right?
Yeah, 1 for 1.
Yes. What will happen now?
The point will capture the bishop because it is attacking the rook.
Okay. Let's see what people.
One thing it can be done.
Yes, please.
Oh, but that's not possible actually. Yeah, that is possible.
Tell me.
At one point it is possible, though after that it will. Yeah, it can bring rook to E1.
Yes, it can bring.
It can bring rook to E1.
But what if we take this? It can take, right?
Yeah, it can take.
There is no danger at all.
Yeah.
Again, this is a danger. This anyway is danger. So, do you saw that initially 2-3 moves ago, black looks good, but now suddenly white looks good. Again, there are many more things, but what I want to say is, every move you have to think about in a more perspective. Ideally, at this time, you know what black should do? Simply castle. Otherwise, white will definitely do this. Correct?
Yeah, it will do, and actually it will take that queen from B3 to A3. So both the blocks are in control with the white.
That's the problem. So it's a very, very aggressive kind of game. Okay. So hope you understood first the Rui Lopez, secondly the Italian, and also Berlin defense.
Berlin defense.
We will talk more about Berlin defense in depth later. Today I just brought it in the form of Rui Lopez, but we are going to talk about Berlin defense later when we talk more later. Okay. And for today, it's more than okay. 1 hour already. I didn't realize.
Yeah.
So see you next class. We'll do more openings. Maybe we'll do Alapin. My favorite Alapin we'll do. I have done a lot of games with Alapin. We'll do Sicily Alapin definitely next time. Okay. Keep playing. Enjoy. See you next time. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Take care.
Thank you.
Bye,
Thank you,
sir.
sir.
Thank you. Bye.